Welcome back, Star Wars Destiny fans, to round 3 of the Brew Wizards Board Game Cafe Oshawa January Star Wars Destiny tournament. So on the left, we've got Sawyer playing the Bala-Tik E.Phasma Stormtrooper versus Adam, who we met in round 2. Back at it again with his Ackbar and 2 hired gun. So both players have taken their mulligans. They are deciding on which battlefield to take, and it looks here as though Sawyer has won and opts to choose Frozen Wastes as his battlefield. So Echo Base, give a character 1 shield.
I mean, you can go ahead. You can hang yourself.
So we have to assume here that he's trying to trigger Echo Base to probably give his Stormtrooper a shield, as it now has Guardian thanks to Captain E.Phasma. So we've got an early Infamous on the board. That's an interesting play there. And here goes Hired Gun, who is already generating money. E.Phasma's now in with a blank and a resource as well. So Adam is sitting at 2 resources, potentially 3 to Sawyer's 1, as Hired Gun number 2 comes in, and that appears to be 2 ranged. So very quick play here as Sawyer drops the logistics to turn that 1 resource into 2, giving him 3 total. And Bala is now damaged after taking 2 damage from the Hired Gun. So Sawyer elected not to choose to use his Guardian on that 2, and Bala's eaten some early damage here. And we've got the nice jetpack play here off of Infamous, making the jetpack come in with ambush, which means Bala-Tik is now able to activate using the ambushed jetpack die. So that looks to be...
Let the Wookiee win. So it's either 2 damage to one of your characters.
So we got the let the Wookiee win. Chooses to take the damage rather than remove dice.
Yes.
And as I was saying before, that looks to be shield off of the jetpack and range damage on the Bala die to shoot at Ackbar, removing 1 of his shields. This game is moving very quickly. And Ackbar has been activated, rolling a blank and a resource. So Adam sitting on the potential 2 resources here, as Bala-Tik receives a hunker down, which will stay. I don't see any melee, or haven't seen any melee in Adam's deck, so that could be very annoying. So the $2 gets resolved here, as Bala receives a shield for hunker down, and Adam plays his own hunker down. Stormtrooper is in for the 1 resource, still have the blank die for E.Phasma, as Adam hunkers down. And we've got the second logistics on the board already for Sawyer, who has ran out of cards and is taking damage from Mr. Ackbar.
Oh, right. Ackbar has an ability.
Always nice to see. So the Stormtrooper takes the 2 damage. Echo Base is claimed by Adam, who shields the middle hired gun. And Sawyer just takes his shields off of that jetpack roll as we move into round 2. Adam is sitting on 4 resources to Sawyer's 3. But Sawyer does have the dice advantage currently with the +1.
We'll pay $1.
As Scout comes in on Ackbar.
Ackbar is going to scoop.
Oh, and I need to get my 2
Yes.
And here's the F11D rifle on Bala-Tik, who is now teched out. All 3 of his upgrade slots are in use, increasing that dice advantage again to +1. And so Ackbar is in. That looks to be one discard. Nope.
Ackbar was
Sorry, that
always
is discard. 2 discards. And
Clearly.
is that the disrupt on the scout? I can't tell. So backup muscle is online. How fitting. So the modified ranged $1 and a blank, as 2 cards get milled out of Sawyer's hand here, and he's very close to receiving that Ackbar damage again. Lots of indirect damage here being dealt.
Well, you can have like 2 specials up, and they can be like, "Oh, those 2 specials suck."
So Phasma's activated, 2 range and discard.
Okay. We'll spend this.
And there goes that disrupt. 2 space bucks gone.
Probably a horrible idea.
So Ackbar takes 4 range, getting rid of 2 shields and giving him 2 damage as a result.
Yeah, that was probably a bad idea. What do you do?
So I'm really liking the use of Infamous in this deck here to ambush out these cards and keep your turn going. A lot of pressure. So we've got the Cunning on Hired Gun in the middle, which is, you know, pretty cool. It can be used, the special on that triggers another special out in the field, so he could special the F11D rifle and get Bala to shoot themselves in the foot. Bala and company. So backup muscle on Ackbar. Hired Gun is activated. And we are showing 2 blanks to 1 blank. And a disrupt, I believe. And another blank.
There's just 1 blank.
Hired Guns are looking a lot like Stormtroopers, and Adams just knows that as well.
Okay, this reversal.
So reversal is pitched. Oh, never mind. It's a random discard. But it looks like he wants to get rid of that reversal because he doesn't see himself being able to use it anytime soon, especially with the 3 costs on it. And there goes the reversal.
You did too. I tried to discard it because I thought I had the choice.
It was fate.
It was random. I picked it out anyway.
Nice.
So as it stands, even though, you know, Adam's behind on the board state in terms of how many dice he has out and the options that he has done a pretty substantial amount of damage for what it's worth. So he's already dealt 6 total damage to Sawyer's 3.
I mean, I can keep it so you can.
And important to remember, neither player has tapped their hunker down yet, so we have the potential for an extra shield on both Ackbar and Bala-Tik. So we got the 1 focus, a blank, and another resource.
Yes.
And you got to keep yourself rich if you're playing Hired Guns. Sawyer resolves 1 resource, and Adam does the same.
I love space bugs, man. Come on. The space bugs.
Battlefield is claimed
Give the character a shield. He's already got that.
Yes, he is shielded.
and decides to give it to the Stormtrooper. So I don't know if he forgot to use his hunker down here,
No, I'm not so.
because I think even if he did hunker, he still would have been able to claim the battlefield,
Unless you have some.
depending on what Adam
It's not
decides to
really
do
special,
here.
It's just fun. Yeah. I'm a gambling man.
So there it is. Play the odds. I thought he had it.
Play the odds.
I had a feeling he had it to re-roll.
Tap this and re-roll this. Oh, it's your
Yeah,
turn.
so I really felt like Sawyer could have claimed there. Not that it's a really big deal. It's just 1 shield, but I had a feeling he would get the extra turn.
So. Take away your last buck. Oh no! Wait a second. Maybe I don't want that. You know
So
what?
we focus
You can have
into
it.
$1.
Spend that to $1 and then take it. All right.
assuming, because you
Yeah.
got.
And Adam remembers his hunger
Oh,
down.
right.
And there it is. Sawyer did just acknowledge that he forgot to use his hunger on Bala-Tik there.
I almost wanted to reroll.
I guess sometimes it is kind of hard to remember when you're,
But it's less
you know, some cards are blocked on the table or whatever have you. There's been a couple times where I have a backup muscle, you know, in the bottom corner of my mat and totally forget about it until the very end. So I try to move those things
Cards, or if it was like.
to the front of my mat or above the throne runner, text in the middle. That way it's always a visual cue for me.
Do in your hand, right?
So if you play the card, the last card, then you don't take 2 damage.
Plays or discards.
Oh, it's just placement.
So we are into round 3,
That makes more sense.
I believe.
That makes
Should be
more
round 3.
sense.
Fire away.
Yeah.
And still the 6 damage on Sawyer's side to 3 damage on Adam's side. Both players sitting at 3 resources. But we know that Sawyer's deck is packing guns. So I would imagine that E.Phasma might get a gun this round here. Or a jetpack, even better, which is ambushed by Infamous, so he can immediately roll that in if he chooses to.
Followed by a roll.
Electing to go with Bala first, which isn't a bad idea. And there is 3 damage there.
Oh, electric shot, no 1 damage.
So we got the electrified on the straight up damage, which means that modified die is lonely. And in comes E.Phasma, almost forgetting her jetpack, for another, what appears to be 3 damage with the modified side and 1 focus. So is Adam able to remove another die? Or will he hunkle down? No, so he elects that scramble, which forces Sawyer to reroll everything.
Now it's my turn.
And that looks to be 2 focus off of E.Phasma, the F11D special, which allows Adam to choose where he wants to deal 2 damage, and then the modified range on the jetpack.
And I think I might just resolve some focus.
Sawyer has said he wants to resolve focus, and we'll see if he continues with that decision. It looks like he might be changing his mind here.
Sure.
So he,
You're a gambling man.
so we've got an unpredictable ambush to reroll,
Okay.
hoping for damage, but hits a blank.
See, you should have paid attention to what happened when it came over.
Yeah, I'm gonna then.
You like to lose? I like to lose.
Here's the thing, though. It wasn't really
Just
a
have
gamble.
another action, yeah.
Because this is just modified.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
So what I was rolling for is, I'll either get that,
You're-
and then I can spend this to flip back to modified and threaten a lot of
Yeah,
damage.
yeah, totally.
Or I can not hit it, and then I'll just
then
use the
just
1 focus to do that.
And then I can flank away the 2 damage.
Yeah.
And Adam
That's
plays
kinda
flank.
why I wanted
He
to-
does definitely have more
I wanted to
readied characters than Sawyer does, so he flanks away Sawyer's focused to range.
in which case I
Or not focused, rather. Just the 2 range that he had. Sorry. So backup muscle number 2 is online, which is 5 free damage just sitting there. That doesn't care about shields.
Creeping.
And in comes, no. In comes hired gun. Ackbar's gun jammed in the holster. So $2 off that hired gun.
Yes. I'm a bit nonplussed. So do I use this to reroll cunning? Yeah. Way better chance of cunning than money. Or do I use this to reroll?
So Stormtrooper's coming in. Still hasn't had a chance to use that Guardian, but he hits the 2-side ranged.
For you.
And there is scramble number 2, which rolls into damage.
Oh, it's
A
even
lot of
Then it's
damage.
my turn, so
6
I'm gonna do
damage off of that scramble.
6 is, so it's 5 damage.
Ackbar knows it's a trap.
Yes, it will.
Which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
So that is an Ackbar 1 hit away from death. All but 1 whisker remains. So here's a play of the odds, which does not gain him any money, but switches to a disrupt.
Go ahead.
And there's the backup muscle, effectively killing Admiral Ackbar.
I'm not a,
Pan into the fire.
I'm not a big fan of scramble.
He is out of there.
Because that
So that scramble did not help whatsoever.
He would be dead either way.
yeah.
It'd just take one more turn, but I don't think what I can roll him, do one,
Well, I mean,
maybe resolve it.
re-rolling what I had into that wasn't exactly.
So we have Bala-Tik
Yeah,
and
I
his
assume
full
that's
squad
about
of
four.
super
That's the
friends
Right? It's
looking down at 2 hired guns.
value, but if you don't, we're gonna hit you hard.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
As Adam rolls into $1 here.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 paid mercenaries who will probably just turn and run.
Oh, lose a shield slot.
How many cards
So
do you
Sawyer claims battlefield, giving a shield to the Stormtrooper.
Yeah, now that oh wait, his ability's gone. That's right. I can play my cards now.
And again, he's forgotten to use his hunker down and the second backup muscle.
Yeah.
Or maybe he didn't forget and this is all part of his strategy. That remains to be seen, but
Oh. Always happens. You discard your expensive
depending on the
card, you
matchup, that could end up
I still
and then
wouldn't
you
have
roll
it.
resources.
being a huge mistake to forget those things. Free damage and free damage mitigation should be used every turn. But in all fairness, it doesn't look like he has too much to worry about here.
Any? Go ahead.
And he also forgot to refresh that second backup muscle. Oh, there it is.
You know what's funny? I was playing
I
a
forgot to
similar
ready
deck.
Bala.
So tactical mastery, spot a red character to take 2 actions. Action number 1, activate Bala-Tik, who has rolled a blank, a shield, and a resource. And 4 damage off of E.Phasma as well as 1 disrupt for his 2 actions.
Lot of
I'll flank away one of the two.
So we've got that flank to get rid of one of the 2 ranged.
is that shield on him?
And the unshielded hired gun takes 2 to the face. As we pass turn back to Adam, who has still yet to find a gun. So I'm thinking back to last round when we saw the 2 holdouts. And maybe that's all that's in that deck. I don't know. Or he could just be getting very unfortunate hands here. I believe he kept 3 in Mulligan 2 this round versus tossing all 5 like he did last round. But there's a jetpack, so that's good. So Bala-Tik holds up a liquor store and gains a buck. As hired gun with the jetpack is coming into play here. We know he's got the money to afford blanks. We can all afford to pay for blanks. So the IQA takes out the F11D. I mean, I probably would have got rid of Hunker Down so that I stopped forgetting to trigger it. Just playing, sorry, I love you, buddy. But seriously, you might as well keep all the guns, I think, and just pew pew and get this one in the bag. Or then again, he might have not have had enough money. That's the problem, because IQA was 3. So
You can't.
my bad.
So just play unpredictable.
Yeah, I'll just play it.
So he was gonna ambush the ambush, but just plays unpredictable instead.
Too pretty.
Straight up ambush printed on that card.
Yeah, right. Keywords work like that. There's you can't double up. And then I not like that at all. And I'm just going to.
And he's ditching cards to reroll. And we've got the special on the jetpack, which will only resolve a shield because there's going to be no melee to get rid of. And the modified +3 ranged, as well as a straight up shield. To Adam's 2 blanks and $2.
Yeah, if I rolled anything.
And so backup muscles are coming in this round. There's no way he's forgetting this time.
Is that like a 7?
He is seeing red. So hired gun has 3 damage on it. It's going to be 4 very soon. And there is still the Stormtrooper to be activated.
Makes sense.
So $1 coming in instead of 2. I thought maybe the Millennium Falcon was going to come in.
That's as good as I'm getting out of that.
So backup muscle number 2, 5 damage left on that hired gun.
I am going to discard this unpredictable.
So unpredictable gets dropped, and we're going to re-roll everything, which is why he only took the 1 resource. And that looks like a modified 3 jetpack, 1 resource, and a disrupt.
Doesn't really matter right now, but
Stormtroopers make some money.
apparently the 2 of us just can't get enough of the money. I could disrupt your 1 cash. That seems like
So drops second copy of Cunning to re-roll into, there we go, some damage. So that was, never mind. He doesn't like you, that's going away.
yeah.
So the jetpack special gets taken back to get rid of that straight up damage that was rolled on the hired gun. Which again, the jetpack special would have been pretty useless now. Considering he has Hunker Down to give him a shield. He can claim to give him a shield. So he doesn't really need the jetpack shield. And Adam takes another resource here. He's going to get to dig deep into his deck and pull that Millennium Falcon. So Battlefield is claimed again. Hunker Down is forgotten again. I'm pretty sure Bala only has 2 shields. Or maybe that's 3 because they're stacked. Yeah, there's no way that Sawyer wouldn't hunker down. So that must be 3 stacked. It's difficult for me to see when they're stacked like that. So my apologies.
Oh, I heard that in my teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it too. I'm immune to that now. The awful things I hear at work.
Yeah, he was just like, but somebody made a noise?
What?
Yeah.
It's okay, too.
You ever hear how they figured out Rick couldn't hear?
And in comes the ambush holdout blaster on Captain Phasma, who now has 5 dice. 4 dice. Sorry. 4 dice.
And then they're like, he was like,
The jetpack seems to have been given to a different character.
go ahead.
I think I stole a jetpack.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh no, it's hers. Never mind. They both have
So
jetpacks.
activates Phasma, hold up blaster, and jetpack flying around, pew pewing people. So that's a focus, a blank, 2 ranged, and 1 resource.
Let's have fun.
And this is a tactical mastery turn.
And give us a resist.
So he immediately focuses, and we've got the unpredictable on the jetpack, which is now a blank. So ran out of gas.
And then as my next action, I will spend.
And a second chance.
I kind of figured it was.
Second chance for any new player out there. Instead of the character dying, it just heals 5 damage and stays in play. And yeah, now I can definitely see that is 3 shields on Bala-Tik there. My bad, Sawyer. My apologies.
Oh, these are ready.
Yeah.
False that.
So jetpack special again.
Wow.
IQA with the money. Snipers posted at a liquor store. And these rolls have just been brutal.
Honestly? roll
Blank
like
and
this,
disrupt.
What?
Not much can be done with that.
Cross confiscation. Reroll.
So confiscation to reroll. And I see 2 resources, and jetpack is here to play. That's 5 damage range off the jetpack. Plus 1 and 1 for Bala-Tik. And Adam still has not found any luck.
The annoying thing about this is
Datapad is out.
triggering the second chance separately. Well, I sort of do. In such that I can deal
You can deal 5 and then keep the +2.
deal 5, yeah.
So 5 damage
What I'm gonna do.
to kill the hired gun, but he has second chance, so he's back again with 4 health.
Yeah, the second chance is good.
Or I should be rolling my jetpack. Fair enough. Roll the trooper.
So Trooper's in, and Trooper wants the money. Hunker down on that injured hired gun. And cards are getting ditched to be rerolled again. +3 modified range,
Oh, yeah.
and 2 blanks.
Because I do that. Alright.
And again, 2 blanks and a disrupt. Just unbelievable.
Discard this to reroll. Oh, wait a second. We'll separate these out.
Oh, yeah.
So these 2.
So he's just making sure he rolls the dice correctly for each character.
I'll tap the other backup muscle.
Both backup muscles are emptied. And hired gun is not looking too good.
Get this card.
Think it matters.
The race was rigged.
I'll shoot Bala.
So Bala-Tik gets shot for 3.
Yeah.
Now he can use his hunker down again.
Take a shield. It doesn't say you have to pull it to get the shield. Just
Yeah,
says
no, I
do
think
the 2.
it's in keeping with
Got
other
it.
cards. No,
And we move on into what
cards where if
might be the final round. I heard 1 minute was called just recently.
not reliant on each other.
It's they call it other rules. If it says then they are. If that doesn't say then, there's no.
It's like the X-Wing with May.
Yeah.
And so, considering all of his, I guess, unluckiness, Adam has been able to hang around here. It's just unfortunate the rows that he's been seeing.
I'm surprised.
Mostly money and disrupts, and I guess that might be the downfall of hired guns without somebody beside them with a consistent damage die.
Pay a couple bucks.
Someone that has, one extra damage face versus their, I believe, only 2.
E.Phasma.
And there's a second holdout blaster on Captain E.Phasma, who has rolled 3 damage, a resource, and a disrupt.
Right, just as the wire. I won.
First one to take down food.
And hunker down, putting a shield on the hired gun.
Am I allowed to do the 3 damage? I don't think
And that,
so.
so time was called.
So I win.
Yeah, no, it's
But like,
you want to. I don't know. He said you want to finish the round.
And they just decide to finish the round and see what happens.
So you gotta shoot the shield.
I'll do this guy just because if I know it's time,
Yeah,
it's the smart play.
it's about to do.
So at this point, Sawyer says he is shooting the hired gun without the shield. Because of the tiebreaker rules that we were using, it's whoever does the most damage. So he takes the safest play, dealing 2 straight up damage to hired gun in the middle. Shieldless hired gun. And that pretty much solidifies the victory for him.
So I'm just gonna guardian that to the shields.
So Adam just very unlucky this round. I don't think he was able to see what he wanted to see. A lot of his rolls didn't really work out for him either, as he now starts to roll some damage. And it becomes very difficult to win a game when you can't, get rid of any characters. The first order Stormtrooper didn't even get to guardian anything, which kind of tells you, the type of rolls that Adam was seeing when you don't even need to guardian any damage or choose a target for your opponent. So they call it. Time was called. This was the last round. Sawyer has clearly done the most damage here and is the victor of this round. So thanks again for watching, guys, and look forward to the next video. As I said, get very used to seeing Adam because he is in the next one. And I believe he is playing against, was it Will next round? With the Luke Skywalker and Ackbar deck. I think that's the round, but I guess we will see when it happens. So thanks again for watching. Thank you for all the support, and I look forward to your comments and everything else below. So everybody have a fantastic day.